Hi ninjas, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a very simple weeknight cooking situation meal. It doesn't take a lot of time to come together. Honestly, you're gonna laugh at how simple this recipe is. It's basically called chicken musakhan, and chicken musakhan is basically, I say basically a lot, but what it is it's got a mixture of dry spices that you rub the chicken with, and we have to use the chicken leg and thigh like how we did for the Marry Me chicken, same. And we rub it with the spices, we cook it in oil, not a lot, just a little bit. Once it's done, we top it with some pine nuts, some yogurt, we serve it with kubus. Honestly, it's very simple, very hearty. It's got lemon, parsley, really delicious, and a lot of flavor. So I think we can just get started. So I've got my chicken legs and thighs. I've washed them and I've patted them dry with a little bit of paper towel. I want to just poke them in and around so that whatever dry spices are there, it goes into the meat, as well as this helps it cook much more faster. We drizzle some olive oil over the chicken. We're gonna go in with lemon juice, salt, pepper. So before I add the spices, I want to talk about them real quickly. I've got some cumin powder, I've got cinnamon powder, I've got garam masala, and I've got sumac. Sumac is basically this flowering plant that is then dried and then ground into this powder, as you can see. It's used as a spice, it's used as a dye, it's used as medicinal treatments, but it's really, really strong in flavor. So we're gonna add some of it now, and then we're gonna keep some of it for later on the top. So while the chicken is cooking, I am going to get started with my onions and the pine nuts. All we're going to do is we're going to chop up some onions, we're going to saute it in a little bit of olive oil and the remaining spices that we left behind, and we're going to use that to top the chicken once it's cooked. So before I saute the onions, I'm going to toast the pine nuts. So in my pan, I'm going to add some olive oil, and I want to go in with my pine nuts. And we want to toast this until it's got a little bit of color. Once it's reached this color, we can now take it off the heat and we want to transfer it back into our bowl. In the same pan, you want to add some more olive oil, and we're going to go in with our onions. Add a bit of salt to soften them up. We're going to mince our garlic. So once your onions are sauteed and you've cried enough, you add a little bit more of your sumac, and you add a bit more of the cumin into them. You stir it around and we're good to go. It's plating time. Now we add our sauteed onions. More fresh parsley on the top. Serve with some extra lemon. Okay guys, it's time to taste. So I'm gonna get a little bit of everything, as much as I can. Get some of the bread, get some of the onions, also get the nut. Okay, let's do this. It's hot. It's hot. I can see the steam. It's hot. The spices are so good. It's like this has been marinated for so long, but actually hasn't. We just put it all together and we cooked it. You have to use a leg and a thigh to make this because it's juicy and it's really nice, and the pine nuts add such a lovely crunch. The sauteed onions with the lemon juice, it's so refreshing. Such a lovely, easy meal to make. Honestly, a weeknight wonder, if I would want to call that. Can I say weeknight wonder? Weeknight wonder. Weeknight wonder. That's what it is. It's so good. This is how I make my chicken Musakhan, you guys. If you like this recipe, make sure you subscribe. Just subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Just tap it, subscribe. Anyway, you get the point. If you haven't already checked out my blog, make sure you do. I've got all the written recipes over there with substitutes and any information in detail that you might need. I've got new videos coming out every Tuesday and every Friday. Make sure you follow. Positive ninja vibes.